Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Breaking: NAACP trying to steal Alabama election. This is outrageous. Today is election day in Alabama in the highly contentious election of Republican Roy Moore against Democrat Doug Jones. The day is not over by a long stretch, yet calls of voter fraud are already rampant across the mainstream media. The New York Times printed an opinion piece entitled "Voter Fraud in Alabama." In the article, the NYT goes into great detail about voter suppression laws against the black community in the South, implying that in order to live in the South one must be racist and be actively working against any black man or woman legally able to vote, therefore casting doubt on the veracity of the election before all the ballots are even cast. The article states, "The problem is serious in Alabama, the site of today's special Senate election between the Republican Roy Moore and the Democrat Doug Jones. Thousands of Alabama residents are prohibited from voting or face unfair obstacles, and a disproportionate number of them are black. Few elections are close enough for voting obstacles to be decisive, but the Alabama Senate race may be one of them." Polls continue to differ widely, largely because it's so unusual, featuring one candidate, Moore, who a proud bigot, an alleged molester, and the nominee of the state-dominant political party. Before the results of the Alabama race are known, I encourage you to think about voting barriers in the state. Regardless of the outcome, the obstacles to democracy in Alabama are an injustice. After a Supreme Court decision weakening the Voting Rights Act, Alabama passed a strict voter identification law, notes late Jamel Bouie. The law at one point led to the closing of the offices that issue driver licenses in every county where more than 75% of registered voters were black. Driver licenses are, of course, the main form of voter identification. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote that 2013 opinion, and Tom Perriello, the Democratic activist, wrote yesterday on Twitter, "I imagine Justice Roberts is appalled by Roy Moore, but he may well have cast the most important vote to get him elected." The new AL voter suppression laws are a direct result of his decision to gut the VRA and perhaps pave more path to the Senate. Then there is the NAACP in Phoenix City, located in Russell County, East Alabama. There are currently 2 special elections being held here as well for city council. The Russell County chapter of the NAACP is now claiming voter fraud has occurred and are demanding it be addressed prior to Election Day on December 19, 2017. At the heart of the issue are 80-some voters that registered under their business addresses, rather than their homes. The NAACP is demanding the city clear this more than 80 names, deeming them fraudulent. Members of the Board of Registrars disagree and claim this is a gray area with regard to the phrase primary domicile. According to local news affiliate WTVM, the local chapter of the NAACP has issued a written statement demanding the Phoenix City Registrar's Office, the probate judge in Alabama, Secretary of State John Merrill, disqualify those 82 votes from the original vote count to determine the winner of the District 2 City Council seat held by the late Dr. Johnny C. Robinson Jr. The candidates in the December 19, 2017, runoff election are Vicky Carter Johnson and Baxley Oswald. Chapter Vice President Reverend Alphonsa Selden states, "An indignity has been levied against the citizens of District 2, but we stand here to say we will not be bamboozled, and we will not be hoodwinked." If that is true, why out of 6,000 eligible voters in District 2, why do only 80+ people know about this? Now that's something to make you go, The NAACP does not support any candidate, but says it does support fair and honest elections that guarantee that the will of the citizens will be carried out. Get out and vote. No excuses. We need you to get out and vote. The chapter president Stephen Robinson joined Selden in his comments, stating the final tally of votes is critical when it comes to dealing with local district elections, stating, "If you got, say, 10 fraudulent votes, that can sway an election." Sound off in the comments.